business left with the Pikes Tyranus.
Tyranus? You are the man called Tyranus?
Yeah, I kind of assumed you already knew that. Django even said he was hired by a man named Tyranus, and you knew Django was working directly for me. But frankly, I already told you everything on Geonosis all those years ago.
You lie.
I suppose I did miss out a couple of things, like one day Anakin and Palpatine's grandchildren will kiss.
You can't befuddle me with your chicanery and nonsense, Dooku!
Thinking about it, I guess Tyranus does sound like a Sith
What's
name.
more, one of them will die right after.
Don't listen to his lies and trickery, Anakin. Nothing that man says is to be trusted.
They'll have died because they brought the other one back from death. And for a moment, you'll think they're about to get into a cycle where they keep resurrecting the other and then dying. But that doesn't actually
Then again,
happen.
I guess Grievous's name kinda does too. And he isn't a Sith.
Incidentally, how goes your thesis, young man?
Does this mean you were the one who made the clones?
I already told you that.
Very well, thank you. Those Sith holocrons you provided were an invaluable source.
Yes, I thought it might bolster your thesis to have one recorded by Darth Plagueis himself.
I shall inform the Council of this, and we shall send a very strongly worded letter to Palpatine, urging him to perhaps think about maybe forming a committee to look into the possibility of investigating whether someone could think about hiring someone to look into the clones and their nefarious intention.
With that many layers of separation, you'd be great at hiring assassins.
Primary sources are always useful to have. I especially appreciated the fact you, Ventress, and even Savage provided insight
And
too.
if that doesn't work, then by golly, we'll sit around in the council chambers with our fingers steepled and look very stern
We're not
indeed.
on the best of terms these days, and also Savage is dead. But even so, I thought it would be a good idea for us to come together and provide some input. I'm always keen to put education first.
Erase that comment from your mind, Anakin. It's like Yoda once said about Dooku.
Path I need.
Look, I know we all had an identical flashback there, but the one I meant was...
Join the dark side. Dooku has. Lies, deceit, creating mistrust are his ways now.
Whereas ODing on ketamine and fentanyl are your ways now. Why the fuck don't you change? We've done nothing but love you. Every day the younglings ask why you're always sleeping, and I always tell them it's because you've had a long day at work. I can hardly tell them it's because you combined heroin with cocaine, Xanax, and enough alcohol to fell a Zillow beast, and you've fallen into one of your infamous drug-induced comas. You've made a liar out of me, made us all complicit. When the fuck does it end? When will you finally clean up your act?
Math I need.
Yoda warned us about your attempts to trick us years ago.
When I was on the council, Yoda warned us that you were a flagrant homosexual, then added, hesitantly, that he didn't have any problems with that, but then immediately said that he'd throw you through a wall if you pinched his ass or anything. So, I'm not sure Yoda is the source of unassailable facts you view him as.
The only thing that comes out of Yoda's mouth are golden words of truth, and occasionally vomit as his failing body desperately clings to life, futilely purging some of the drugs he pumps into himself.
Well, this has been delightful as ever, but unfortunately I have my Pilates class in 45 minutes, and I like to be there a little early to mingle. So I bid you good day. Do let your wife know I said hello.
Will
Damn.
do!
He escaped us again. If only we'd thought to take him together.
I thought that's what
Next time we will take him together.
That's what we...
Next time.